What if your greatest failure was actually the key to your ultimate success? Hey friends, welcome to A Talk with T. Today we are discussing that rock bottom state. You know, that state in where it seems that nothing is going right, that place in life where you question your every life choice. Okay, grab your coffee, get your journal, because over here at A Talk with T, we have simple conversations that change lives. We are talking about using that rock bottom state to rebuild your life. That rock bottom state is where it seems like everything has gone wrong. Everything that could happen is happening. Every time you try to get ahead, move forward, to grow, it seems like there's a state of stagnation and you're being held back. Okay? You can actually use that. You can use it to your advantage. And one of the things that you'll do is realize when you have nothing else to lose, that you'll lose the fear of failure, and it's allowing you to take risks. And it's allowing you to take a step in the right direction because you ain't got nothing else to lose. Everything else has just seemed, I'm at the rock bottom state. In AA, I used to take classes to be a certified drug and alcohol counselor. And a lot of times the people that was in the class with me, they were former users. And they would always say they got clean because they had hit rock bottom. They couldn't go any lower. It was no place else to go. They were already sleeping in hallways, abandoned buildings. A lot of the women, they were already using their bodies in exchange for money and drugs. It didn't get any lower. Those states is when you have to say, you know what, but I want more. I'm willing to take a step towards more. I'm here now. And something in me is saying, I have this bold belief that I can change this. I'm at the state. You ever talk to somebody and you're like, wow, you know, the last time I saw you, you don't want to say it, but you probably think it. Things didn't seem so great because things wasn't that great. But somehow or another, they changed it and they turned it around. Use rock bottom to rebuild your life. It can be the catalyst to get you from here to there. My next point is you got to look at your foundation. Rock bottom strips away what isn't working and forces you to identify your true core values and strength. Now I have to make an assessment of where I am. How did I get here? What part did I play? What mistakes how do I learn from these mistakes? And how do I get back up again? Okay? That state of looking at where you are and being true to yourself, it's looking at those core values and strengths. It's being totally honest with yourself. Forget being honest with anybody else. It's being true to you, being honest with you. How did I get here? How did this happen to me? I've had situations in life where I was at rock bottom, okay? I've had situations in life after I had my son is 28 years old. After I had my son, my life was it just seemed like it was going downhill. And it wasn't from the baby. It was just the fact that I was working. And once I had him, I stopped working. I tried to go back to the work that I was doing. But for some reason, I was a home health aide, but for some strange reason, all the agencies I had signed up with, they were not either not rehiring or they were closed. I had no money. I was behind in my rent. I was going to pack up and I was just going to leave and I was going to go to Tennessee where my dad was. Well, something happened with that and I didn't go. But it was like shortly, I just walked into a place, listen, I need a job. Okay? Because when I looked around, it was like, it's either this or be evicted. And I couldn't let the eviction happen. Now I have 2 kids, my 2 biological and my niece that I raised, what I call her my daughter. I just couldn't do it. I had to realize that I got here by the choices that I made. I had to become clean with myself. Like, you got here by the choices that you made. And you got here by way of, I ain't gonna blame nobody. I take full accountability. That's all I'm gonna say. But it caused me to look truly at myself. No rose-colored glasses. No false hopes and beliefs and other things. It was all me. So it caused me to look at my value. My values was like, listen, I want more. I don't want to be living paycheck to paycheck. I don't want to be scratching and surviving like they say in the song on Good Times. I want more. My last point is, after you realize where you are and you come up with a game plan, you build your life back brick by brick. Success after a crash requires micro habits, focusing on winning just one day at a time. You got to take it one day and one task at a time. Why? Because you'll become overwhelmed. Why? Because you might just give up. Why? Because it might just be too much for you at this time to do a whole bunch of stuff. So when I'm going through, what I do is I write. When I feel like, oh, I'm at rock bottom, or I got to get out of this, I begin to write. And I write down steps. Step 1, I'm going to do X, Y, and Z. Step 2, there might even be, in a step 1, there might be 3 sub steps. And every day I look at it and I figure out, like when I was going through that rock bottom state, oh my God, it was bad. And then I ended up going back to school after I had that boy. I ended up going back to school. I went to a business school. That's where I learned how to type. That's where I learned how to use the computer. And that's where I started getting better jobs. But I had to do one thing at a time. One, I had to line up a babysitter, and I did, my grandmother. I didn't even ask. I just pushed that baby down there and I said, listen, I need you to watch this baby. And she did. And that was good because I was rebuilding brick by brick. And the second thing I did was I was like, I got to get organization in my home. And so I started organizing things. The third thing I did was, my license was suspended and I fixed my license there. This is 28 years ago. So like, I'm trying to remember, but that I remember, and that wasn't my only state of feeling like I was at rock bottom. I had other moments, but each time I got clear on what I can do to shift this, each time I got clear on what I can do to rebuild my life brick by brick. All right. Thank you for hanging out with me today, friends. I appreciate it. If this resonated with you, then I need you to drop in the comments brick by brick. And you don't have to share what you're building from and what your rock bottom is, but just put, if you understand what I'm talking about, that when life has lifed and life has felt some type of way, and it seemed like it was throwing you all types of curveballs, and it seemed like it was throwing you lemons, and it was throwing you lemons, and you decided to take them lemons and make lemonade. Drop big brick by brick. But if you know somebody that might be going through the curveballs and life throwing lemons at them, share the video with them. Okay? I appreciate you hanging out with me today. And don't forget, like, comment, and subscribe. Okay? Like, comment, subscribe. And remember, friend, I want to see you win. Bye for now.